What about the patch note thingy? Yeah, I can talk about the patch. Where is it? Is this? So the patch preview thingy is a joke. The patch's not gonna do anything. It's a really bad patch again. You have Darkseid nerf, which is, you know, it doesn't take a genius to figure out the item super overpowered, but like considering how many bad mage items exist, the fact that this one even exists is a blessing, and now they're even nerfing this. This is a huge nerf, by the way, to the item. Especially the stacks lost on that. You die once, the item is just dead. In pro play, this item is not bought at all anyway, so now it's just worse. Not gonna be bought. It just makes no sense. They're nerfing mage items even though mage items are a joke. You have Fleet Footwork who's pushed back, you have Redemption. We got honestly a pretty nice buff. A bit underwhelming, I think that one's fine. Diana gets passive monster damage down. Yeah. You know, it's there for early game, but other than that, the champion is the same. Should realistically not be stopped played. Then you have Fiora, which is getting nerfed for solo queue. Honestly, Fiora nerfs are nice. Champion is turbo overpowered. You have Lee Sin, who gets like a decent nerf this time. 5% only bump is quite huge for early game. Obviously, they should tackle other things like his ridiculous base damage rule, the fact that his ult stuns. Maybe they should, you know, the fact that his Q has no fucking cooldown anymore, but it's fine. Or the fact that he has infinite energy, which I don't even know why the energy bar exists there. Maybe they should tackle some of those things. But unfortunately, we're gonna go over these like small fucking numbers that make it so boring. Then you have Lulu, who is getting a nerf. You know, it's been a long time coming. The champion is also overpowered, so there's that. You have Tom Kench, who's just basically a stat checker at this point. The rework is horrible. He just has to stat check, or he's just horrible. And that's what he does in solo queue, so he's getting nerfed. Whatever, champion is a joke. You have Xin Zhao, free AD. I think this might actually kind of kill him. 3 AD is massive. Massive. Then you have... So you have Xin Zhao. Then you have Ziggs who gets the mana revert, but then they nerf the E damage by 10. And buff it by 10 in late game. And then they also nerf the slow. These changes are a joke. Ziggs is still the same champion. He's overpowered as hell. So this is a joke. So all the champion nerfs are almost a joke. Like almost all of them are fucking a joke. So the whole patch is already a joke. Then you go to champion buffs, right? Which should be the more exciting part. So you have Jarvan, you have passive monster damage up, and R bonus AD ratio. I think this is a pretty good buff. This is the one people shouldn't be sleeping on. Maybe like Jarvan solo lane comes back and stuff. You have Jhin, you have 10 damage on W, and you have minimum damage AD ratio on R by up. Joke of a buff. Jhin is still garbage. Not gonna change anything on the champion. Like, you know, it's nice as it's there. The buff's a joke. It's a joke. What should we play? Fuck, I don't know. Not 30 minutes. I fucked up big time. Fuck, dude. I shouldn't pick Rice that game. I refuse. RNG got lol, thank you for resubbing 4 months. Well, I screwed up. My bad, guys. I guess we have 30 minutes of just chatting. Who knows? Yeah, 30 minutes of just chatting. That's fine. We have Maokai getting a passive heal buff, and then the E damage goes down. Obviously, the champion is buff for like solo lane or jungle. Buff's not good enough. You have Nunu, who gets 5 movement speed and E total AP ratio. So Nunu's never gonna be played in competitive, so these are strictly just solo queue buffs. Now, if these buffs are too much, he's gonna go again to like fucking sky high win rate, and then they're gonna nerf him again. It's boring. I mean, Nunu should never be in the meta. Like, the champion is just boring. It's a failed rework. You have Shaco, bug fixes and inverting Q showing in Fog of War from 1.15, which I think is a mistake. I mean, the Q should be shown always. You should just buff other parts of the champion, or you should just, you know, better rework the champion because the champion's a failure.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going fucking insane.
So,
I haven't gone outside in 1 year.
And then you have Seaver, who gets actually, you know, a fine buff on W. I think her W is by far the most underwhelming spell. So W has to be buffed if you buff anything. Her W is literally not a spell. It's probably not even upgrading. Archer Mortem, thank you for 7 months. This is a step into the right direction. She's probably gonna need more. This buff is not good enough to make her come back. Like, none of these buffs are probably good enough to make any champion come back, besides maybe Jarvan. Vladimir, passive each point of AP grants now more HP and grants 1 additional AP per 40, 30 bonus HP. So they're buffing more of a tanky version of Vladimir. This is also fine. It's like a Cosmic Drive buff. It's a huge Cosmic Drive buff on Vladimir. I mean, that buff is fine. So, you know, and then SONA, we didn't talk about SONA. I mean, SONA is just a failed champion. The moment they release Seraphine, there's no business for SONA to exist in the game. That's just harsh reality. So, you know, you look at the buff changes. I mean, sure, you know, so first of all, the amount of champions they chose is like so small. You get through them like in a second. And then the champions they choose are the most boring champions that no one cares about in this game. Like, no one cares about any of these champions. They're so boring. Half of them can never be played in competitive. It's the worst. Like, the nerfs are more exciting, but the nerfs are, most of them are joke. Man, the patch is a failure again. Another patch that doesn't do anything.